What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex, and you're watching the Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. Last night I saw London Has Fallen, and London Has Fallen is the sequel to Olympus Has Fallen, which came out in 2013. It was also directed by Antoine Fuqua. This time around, London Has Fallen is directed by Babak Najafi, and all the main players are back. We got Mike Banning, who's played by Gerard Butler, and he's the Secret Service agent that kicks major butt, who also protects the US president, played by Aaron Eckhart. And I think that they make a great team together. You can really see the chemistry, you see that they really trust each other, and there's a bit of a history for their characters. And then, of course, you have the supporting characters that really don't mean a whole lot this time around. I'm talking about characters played by Morgan Freeman, Melissa Leo, Robert Forster. While they had more of a presence in Olympus Has Fallen, they kind of took a back seat in this one. They're just hanging around the control room or boardroom in the White House, and they're watching all the terrorism unfold safely from there. As a matter of fact, if you cut them out of the movie, they really won't make a huge difference to the film. In fact, those actors kind of phoned in their performances. But anyways, let's talk about London Has Fallen. So, of course, we have pretty much the same theme going on again. We have the US president who is, under terror or under being attacked, trying to be, some terrorists are trying to capture him. And instead of North Koreans who are trying to attack him, right in U.S. soil at Washington, D.C. at the White House in the last film, this time it takes place in London. And instead of North Koreans, it is Middle Eastern terrorists. Surprise, surprise. So, I gotta say that this is pretty much an exact carbon copy. It's the same thing. In fact, everything is so much like the original, other than the setting, the geographical location. It is pretty much the same thing, that it's so predictable. It is so predictable. There's so many cliches. You know what's going to happen next, and there's really nothing new. As a matter of fact, in the first half of the film, that's when all the excitement happens. You know, the big invasion, the big, big act of terrorism. You know, when all that happens, it's kind of boring. I just find that there was no surprises, and I almost was watching a movie like this the whole time. I'm just watching things unfold, and it just feels not silly, but just ridiculous. Because there's really no surprises. Okay, the terrorists are, 100 steps ahead of the good guys, and they just have so many advantages. They impersonate cops, they impersonate military, they impersonate security guards. You know, they seem to have everything under control, but we have no real explanation of how they did that. And the movie is filled with all kinds of cinematic conveniences and plot holes. Everything is just so convenient to the point where I just feel like, okay, this is ridiculous. Like, show me a real movie. Show me a movie that can engage me. And the first half did not do anything for me, okay? However, the second half kind of redeems itself. I think it starts getting better when Gerard Butler starts getting personal with the terrorists. When he starts taking them out by hand to hand, instead of all the explosions and car chases and gun battles. I think it starts getting better when Gerard Butler really exercises, or rather executes, his physical abilities. And that's when it started getting more exciting. Because you see there's more at stake there, because he's not just shooting at bad guys from a distance. You see that he can actually get hurt. So that was pretty cool. That's when it started getting better. But like I said, it's fully cliches. It's totally predictable. You know who's gonna die. The director just has these shots that kind of linger on certain characters or certain people that you know they're going to die. It is so obvious. And when he finally saves the day, it's really not all that satisfying. I mean, we have a pretty weak villain in this film. It is nowhere near as strong as the character that that I forgot his name, but the main leader in Olympus Has Fallen is nowhere near as menacing or as evil as that character in the first film. This one, we have some pretty weak, cliched like evil villains with no depth at all. I mean, this movie really is just loaded with plot holes, and it's completely ridiculous. But the second half is still slightly entertaining. And because of that, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 because I didn't enjoy the first half of the film, but I at least enjoyed the second half of the film. So it gets half marks for me. 5 out of 10. Anyways, that's really all I have to say in this video. You know, check it out if you are an action junkie because there's some decent action in the second half of the film. But it is a film that that is quite brainless, as was the previous one. And what's also great about it is that it is an R-rated film. Okay, there's not a whole lot of R-rated films, R-rated action films, rather. And it's a kind of like a rare thing to see R-rated action films. I'm talking about R-rated raw action films, one that don't rely on like gimmicky type of things. I'm talking about like straight up like Die Hard style action. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I appreciate about this film. But anyways, that's all I have to say in this video. And just a friendly reminder, like I said, I don't have a Mac. So I'm just doing this completely raw, no editing, and we're going to be doing this for a little bit until I get my new iMac, alright? So anyways, that's all I got to say in this video. If you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.